Hello and a very warm welcome to everyone this morning. Welcome to Onepoint Oneness. Hope everybody's keeping well. And for those of you that are here for the first time, my name's Matthew. I'm part of the team here at Onepoint Consulting. And these sessions we've been having now for, well, it'll be a year in April. We started them last April. And the reason being that a lot of us here at Onepoint have a regular daily practice of meditation that we find really beneficial in terms of our well-being overall. And the idea came that it would be nice to share insights about meditation and positive thinking with a wider audience. And so these Onepoint Oneness sessions were born. And we've been very fortunate to have really excellent facilitators over the course of the Oneness sessions, and today is no exception. I'd like to welcome Ruth Liddle, who's joining us from Manchester. A very warm welcome to you, Ruth, and just a quick intro. So Ruth is one of the coordinating team at a meditation centre in Manchester called Inner Space. And she's been a student and teacher of Raj Yoga meditation for 25 years. Ruth's background is in education with more than 20 years experience teaching in schools and universities in the UK, but also in Singapore, Malaysia and South Korea. So today's topic, a lot of these topics, I read them myself and think, wow, this is so relevant. I'm sure for everyone as well, and this is how to face your fears. So Ruth, I'll hand over to you. Looking forward to the session. Thank you.
Thank you, Matthew, and a warm welcome to everyone. Thank you for joining. This is an enormous topic, and ever since I found out I was speaking on this topic, I've been thinking about fear. And fears, not just one fear, but many fears and many levels. And what I'd like to share today is an approach, because it's definitely not the case that I'm going to face my fears and finish them off. It'd be lovely if it worked that way, but it doesn't. What I've experienced is there are layers and layers. And I might start with the big ones, but then fear comes sneaking into my experience in other ways. And three things I feel I need in order to face fears. One is clarity about what's really going on when I start to feel afraid. Then I need confidence in some sort of process that will work for me to help me lessen the impact, the grip of the fears on me. And then I need courage to actually put that process into action. Then I can face fear. Instead of trying to dodge it or avoid it or ignore it, I can look at it and learn from it and become stronger and more confident inside, which will give me more clarity, more courage, and it's a sort of an upward spiral. That's my experience. And that experience started before I started meditating. At one point, and I was trying to identify it, in my childhood, I stopped being passive when I was bullied, and I fought back. And that was the first occasion where I turned around and faced it and thought, no, I'm not having this anymore. I don't want to feel this way anymore. And so, in a physical way, I overcame my fears of large spiders and snakes, which I don't know where those fears came from, but they were there. Just by conditioning, looking at them and then eventually, touching a snake. Living in a country with some of the largest spiders in the world. And I overcame it. I saw that actually fear is just a feeling. And if I can change my feeling, the fear doesn't have a grip on me. And I had felt fear, and perhaps you can identify with terror that sort of grips your heart and paralyzes your mind, and you just get stuck. Those big, enormous fears. And then the sudden fears where it feels like your heart has dropped to your ankles and there's no energy. And in both those cases, I have a suggestion that you might like to experiment with. And if you have a meditation practice, maybe you're doing this already. But this idea that fear is a feeling, and it's a feeling that comes when I don't experience having power inside, or the tools, the skills, the resources to manage my mind. When fear grips my mind, then the thoughts I need to have to overcome it don't naturally flow. So I need to work on that. Not at the time that I'm gripped with fear, but before it happens. And then when surprise events come and fear grips my heart, my mind, I'm ready. I've got some energy, I've got some tactics. And what I would like to share is a meditation approach that I found useful. Before meditation, there were certain phrases or expressions that resonated within me. And going to my teaching days in Singapore, there was a motivational classroom poster I ordered for my 5th grade classroom. And it was a rock athlete hanging on an overhang with a sunset behind, no ropes, just one sentence: I can because I think I can. And I used that to motivate myself when I felt paralyzed by fear or weakened by fear. No, I can change this feeling. And I had some experience of that. But with meditation, I was able to deepen that, broaden it, and build my experience so that I had more courage, more clarity as to what was going on, and more confidence in my ability to shift the big, heavy feelings. So let's meditate together and see what you find. It is very much an individual journey because each one of us is unique, and what works for me might not necessarily do a thing for you. And that's fine. But if it gives you a thought or a feeling to build on, to create your own process, your own experience, your own inner strength, then that's wonderful. So the idea that I work with is the idea that fearlessness, a state where there's no fear, is our eternal and most natural state. When the inner being, the consciousness, the soul, the life force, the spirit, whatever you want to name, that thinking, feeling part of it that is the real me, that is light. And fear belongs with a lot of other big, heavy feelings, which are really just something blocking me from that light. The fearless state is a state where I know all is right in my world. I feel it. I'm at peace. There's a sense of unlimited strength and potential and access to great wisdom in that state of fearlessness. And it's not a warrior state where I'm ready to fight and battle. It's absolute calm and stillness and silence that doesn't allow any noise. And fear is like a noise in the mind. It agitates the mind and the mind can't be peaceful. So in our meditation, we're going to focus on the light. And the light will displace fears, temporarily maybe, but I'll build up memories of success in overcoming fear. I'll lay down a foundation of good and powerful experiences to help me generally. And one method is visualization, and I'm aware that not everybody can visualize. So when I say imagine in the way you imagine, as a feeling, a sound. It might be a picture, but there's no one way to do that either. So I'm encouraging you just to be creative and create such an experience. It's laid down as a memory of success, of being in the light. And then I have that success to draw on. So let's experiment. So I'm going to invite you, first of all, to breathe some calm into your body. So take a deep breath, fill the lungs, and as you breathe out, let go of any stress, any tension in the body, and allow the body to settle into a deeper experience of rest and comfort, peace. A big sigh is often a signal to the muscles of the body to relax. And let go, and a smile. Maybe recall a time where you felt so relaxed, at home, comfortable. No masks, no need to try or be anything other than yourself. And now turn your thoughts inside. Feel free to close your eyes. So if you are in the practice of having open-eyed meditation, you might like to look at the point of light behind. This is how we would imagine or experience the inner being, the consciousness to look. Point source of light, radiance, beautiful, with enormous potential. So, stepping inside with your thoughts, allowing your body to be as relaxed and comfortable as that moment before you fall asleep, and that little bit distant, like that morning feeling when you just wake up and you feel a bit disoriented and you feel you have to engage with your body to get it going. That sort of feeling. I'd like you, on the wings of your thought, to go to a beach, a beautiful beach. It can be anywhere in the world. Sit yourself comfortably on that beach. The conditions are perfect for you to feel completely peaceful and relaxed. Look around and see. What do you see? Are there any pleasant fragrances, sensations, sounds that make this a perfect place to be right now in this moment? Listen for the gently lapping waves. The sea is calm, and it reminds me that I am like the ocean. On the surface, one thing, but underneath, so much, a world of activity and experience. Imagine your beach at sunrise, where the first rays of the sun are coming up over the horizon. The beauty of a new morning, new beginning, new hope. And the light of the sun reminds you of your inner beauty. Like the sun, the inner being is radiant 24/7. And at the heart of the inner being is such power and strength and such benevolence. Like the sun, this ability to give good energy, to shine with light. And what happens when the sun shines? What happens to the darkness? It disappears. There are shadows to start with, but as the sun rises higher, the shadows become smaller and smaller until they're hardly noticeable. And the light of the inner being is similar. By focusing on that light, on the memory of the perfect light at the heart of my being, I can shine. Today, now, I can shine and share light. And this light that glows and grows in my spirit displaces the dark shadows of heavy experiences, of fear in its many forms and facets. Darkness cannot exist where there is light. It's one or the other. So when I connect with my light, I can, just with the power of my pure intention, flush out the darkness. And for that moment or those moments, I can experience being fully lit and radiant like the sun. And what are the energies that I shine and share that help me with fears? The physical sun shines warmth and light. What would the warmth of the inner being be? Love. Perhaps in my own time I can reflect that fear and love cannot coexist. Imagine a small child waking up in the dark in the night with a nightmare, a bad dream, running to the parent, and the parent saying, "It's okay, it's okay," putting on the light, giving love and reassurance, and the child will settle again. My mind is like that, like a small and fretful, fearful child. But the warmth of the love from I, the inner being, the soul, can calm and reassure the childlike mind that doesn't know what to do. And the light of wisdom, which is within us all. The parent knows to turn on the light, to show the little one it's okay, there's nothing there. You were dreaming. Wake up. And it's as if the heart of my being is encouraging me to return to that state of love and fearlessness so that I can manage my own mind when it becomes confused or paralyzed, not knowing what to think or what to do. The reassurance is there. The warmth of love and the light of knowledge and understanding. And the more I explore how to bring love and understanding into my day-to-day experience, the more easily I can just step inside and feel those things. I make them real in the moment again and again and again. The light of knowledge and wisdom gives me clarity to see what's really going on, to see what I need to do. The clarity, seeing how to move forward, trying different methods, will give me confidence that actually I can manage my mind. I can put thoughts into my mind to get it moving again, to get it creating. Thoughts that give me power. Thoughts that give me courage to keep going. Clarity, confidence, and courage. I don't need anyone out there to help me all the time. I can help myself. But there are moments where it just seems too big, too difficult, or the fear's gone on for too long, and I'm tired. I want help. So where's my parent now? There is a point source of light that is the parent of all souls, regardless of the age, small children, older beings. There's a point source that's truth and a source of encouragement and clarity, regardless of gender, religion. This is my experience. In so many cultures, we are the same underneath. The fears are there. The antidote is there. And it's the same eternal parent of the spirit. So like as a small child, I would go running to my mummy for comfort and reassurance, encouragement. I can take my mind to the Supreme, the One, the Source, whatever you want to name that. Eternal Son, spiritual Son. And I can connect with a request. Help me. Give me clarity so I can help myself forward. And I can take love from an endless source of love. And stable or firm in my original experience again, I can start acting in the way that will take me beyond the grip of fear. I activate my own wisdom and clarity. I take my mind back to the past, to experiences of success, victory over the dark. And I encourage myself. And like any parent, the Supreme Parent is wanting to make me independent. Like the Supreme, an independent source of peace, love, wisdom, anything that the human soul needs more of these days. Nice feeling. Like a classroom teacher. Doesn't want to make the children dependent on her. She wants to make them independent. The Supreme is the great teacher who gives advice, methods, encouragement, and then steps back and watches the child learn and watches the children teach each other. Because that's what works beautifully in our world, for each one to shine and share like one big family. And when there's a sense of family, of belonging to something big and wonderful, one of the biggest fears cannot get a hold of my heart. The fear of being alone, of being isolated, of being unloved, disrespected, separate. So a feeling of connection to my truth and to the big family. These can help me move forward as I manage my fears, moment by moment, day by day. And I enjoy the process. There's a happiness that comes because I'm making a positive difference. I'm improving. And I'm at peace with the fact that fears will come, but I know how to manage them. So in your own time, take a deep breath and be aware of your powerful, beautiful self in your body, your costume. And may your day be filled with light. And if fears come, and they will, they'll come from outside and they'll come up from inside, know that you can manage. Know that you can, and deepen that experience. Thank you.
Ruth, thank you so much for that very beautiful experience on how to face your fears. And it was really nice to hear your own examples as well. And I was just reflecting back for myself, before I learnt meditation, how I tried to tackle fear, which was really the fight or flight response, and used to just try and push through using fight internally, just trying to generate courage that way. It's very, very tiring, as you alluded to. So going into inside and connecting to our own light, I don't think it would have ever occurred to me before that overcoming fear is actually based on a very gentle process of connecting with my inner power. And so thank you for sharing your own experiences and so many beautiful insights and ways to overcome fear in the meditation that you shared with us. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
And thank you to everybody who joined us today. I'm sure you found that very beautiful as well. And as always, just to mention that all of these sessions are recorded, so you can review and listen to these sessions again afterwards. And also really invite you to share these sessions with your colleagues, your friends and family, because there are many people out there who at the moment will be struggling with one thing or another. And from your own practice, knowing that meditation can really be so beneficial, especially in these challenging times, just the gift of sharing these methods with others is a really nice thing to do. And also, you're welcome to give us feedback. The links are appearing in the chat on YouTube now, and you can visit us at our Onepoint Oneness webpage, where you can also actually access past sessions too. So next week, same time next Friday, we have Mukesh Pancholi, who is going to be talking on how to meditate. So we'll look forward to that too. Wishing you a wonderful day, a wonderful weekend, and we'll see you again very soon. Thanks.